Hi.
everyone. Hi, my name is Kat, and I am HeyGen Social Media Manager. And today I am going to go into a discussion of a new feature that we have called HeyGen Space. And we're going to have this discussion with Wayne Liang, who is a co-founder and CPO, which is the Chief Product Officer of HeyGen. Hi, Wayne.
Hey, Kat. Nice to be here again. How are you?
Good to I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you again. We're going to wait a minute or two just to make sure that everyone that wants to join can hop on, that they get their notifications.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we've been here a couple of times already together, and of course, with Josh, the CEO, and we've discussed all kinds of new products, including our latest ChatGPT plugin. We've
Right.
discussed Talking Photo, which is like a huge hit, with people that are
Mm-hmm.
into AI art. They can animate their photos, which is like a huge, huge thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, I don't know, with Zapier, we've had an integration with Zapier and just so many really cool things. So it's exciting that we're going to be doing this release, and it's really exciting to be here again with you.
Yeah, exactly. Like we've been shipping lots of exciting updates in all fronts of our product, and most of them are getting pretty good responses from our customers and our visitors. And
Mhm.
we can't wait to share with you this another super exciting stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely it's moving fast. It's exciting, the whole AI space. So it's always fun to do this. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess we could get started. Let's
Yeah,
discuss
sure.
our latest feature, which is called HeyGen Space. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what is it for? Kind of give us an overview if you can.
Yeah, sure. So HeyGen Space is actually the team collaboration system that our team has been working on for a couple of weeks, which has been sitting on our roadmap for a while. It's the first time that HeyGen will be supporting a whole team to be creating their AI videos in a collaborative and a seamless way on our platform without going anywhere else. So it is very exciting. It opens up a new whole dimension of AI video creation in the industry.
That's awesome. So, okay, I'm just a little curious. This is a very, very different type of product in the AI space, and I'm just
Mhm.
curious, what's the reasoning behind this product? Why now?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, um, collaboration system like HeyGen Space has been sitting out on our roadmap actually for a long while, but we were focusing more on making it easy for individual to make a AI video, as easily as possible, as good as possible. At the same time, many of our existing customers has been actually explicitly telling us that they want to be working with their teams, their colleagues on HeyGen as well to make videos together. So we
Mhm.
actually had to kind of prioritize our plan, which was for later this year, to get this started earlier because we see the real need and we see the potential in there to go beyond individual video creation with AI. Yes, so it's a very exciting time to be launching the first version of HeyGen Space along with all the other exciting AI video creation features.
Okay, now I mean, we already know that this is for teams. What are the ways that they're going to be using it that's going to change their workflow every day?
That's a great question. And how about let me start by sharing my screen and walk us through how it looks and works in the current HeyGen Space beta, and we can
Great,
expand on that, right? So
exciting.
let me start with my screen sharing. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Is it up right now? My screen
It
share?
is. Yep.
Okay, great. So, by the way, we also update our homepage with lots of tutorials for people who are curious about all the recent exciting updates or and as well as any other features we've been talking about.
Mhm.
So, as you can see in my interface, this is still in its beta, so it's not publicly to available to everyone yet. But as we are kind of giving people a sneak peek today, we are also inviting our customers to join our HeyGen Space beta group. We would love to uh, get you on this early on for free and see how you think of it, how it works for you. If there's any other extra input or feedback for us to before we make it generally available, which is also happening pretty soon. So people will notice that my navigation bar is a little bit different now. I have this profile and the HeyGen PD, which is the name of our space. So coming
Mhm.
here, you'll see that I am inside this space, and I can invite my team members, and I can also go to settings. So let's go to the space setting first. This is a revamped page of the personal profile to be supporting a lot more richer functions when it comes to space. So this is my own profile, which is like the regular stuff. And here, starting from here, it's like the space profile information, very basic. Like I can set up like a logo, which I used my cat, which is
Mhm.
funny. And we have a space
Yeah.
name and a description and a date that we started this space. Pretty basic stuff. And
Mhm.
here's where we can manage our team members. As you can see, we have invited some of our team members, and they have different roles. Some of them are creators, some of them are developers, some of them are only viewer. So we can easily invite your team members either through a shared link or by typing their specific emails.
Mhm.
We can also view and in the future manage different roles with what kind of permissions they have. So it'll be very easy for the admin to uh, manage who can do what under the same space. Here's the credit part. So it's the same as our current credit building info or history, but now it's for space. Every user by default will come with their own default space. So every piece of like plan information or building information will go to his default space.
Mhm.
And the admin of a default space can invite others to join to make it like collaborative space. And here's like a list of usage breakdown. So we also have this in the current version before space, but now as the admin, I'll be able to see who under my team has done what in terms of video creation and all the other usage. And in the next version, we'll make this part like more uh, easy to read, like make it graphical, aggregate data, summary, like usage reports. But now it's like the basic form of list information. We can also still access the API abilities as we usually can if I am, say, authorized by my admin to use the API under the same space,
Okay.
which goes back to here. You'll see that admin and developer will have access to API access, but not the others. So there's kind of a basic way of deciding who can use what feature by the admin. We also
Mhm.
provide SSO. So admin can set up their single sign-on for the whole space with their identity provider. And you can, it's very standard SSO setup progress. And the admin can decide to either force SSO login for all members for the security reason, or for or optional if they are not that strict on the account privacy or login information. So that's a quick walkthrough of space setup where the admin mainly kind of manage the members, the permissions, the credits, SSO, stuff like that. And after space setup, after the members are invited and are set up with their specific roles,
Mhm.
now they can start collaborating. The first thing they can do is to go under video and start collaborating on different projects. For example, We use HeyGen to produce our product release video every time. So we were
Right.
working on the last, if some of the audience might still remember our last video release video were made with like a Steve Jobs talking photo avatar. So we were actually
Mhm.
collaborating under this space. Like I invited my teammates, like we exchange our drafts here and did lots of iterations. And so the whole project concept is now like a kind of collaborative space for different topics. People can create different projects and to invite different members under the same space to be working on their topics or videos. For example, I can create a project for our marketing department, so I'll invite my marketing folks here to make lots of like marketing videos. I can also
Mhm.
create another thing called maybe say L&D department, and we'll be inviting a few of our L&D members to do like the courses and whatever in there. So it's very convenient for a whole group to be collaborating on different kinds of video creation initiatives in a very organized way. Inside the project, we can still create subfolders to say if I'm working on marketing, we might have different campaigns, right? And each campaign can be on its own folder under the same project, and we can still collaborate in here. So it'll be very organized in a clean and easy way. So
Very.
that's the first part of collaborating in terms of videos. We are, again, this is still beta. There's lots of stuff that's still being worked on and being brought out soon. But space or team collaboration is going to be like a fundamental element or gene of space of HeyGen. So another example would be avatar templates. For example, like
Mhm.
I, as the admin, have actually created my custom avatar pros or avatar lights, and I would like to share this with my teammates, but not
Mhm.
necessarily all of them. So once I turn any of them into an avatar template, I'll be able to decide who on my team can use this avatar, this private or public avatar, or this avatar template in general for their video creation. Say I can say maybe maybe let's imagine this is our CEO and only the marketing team can use the CEO for specific external facing video creation, but not necessarily the HR team or the vice versa. So admin will be able to have access control over what kind of avatars the members can use in a very meaningful way, especially when it comes to private avatars. Similar concept will be applied to lots of other resources and content in space, but we're starting with these two.
Okay. Let me ask you a quick question. Is there a
Mhm.
limit to the amount of people on a team that can use this collaboration tool at any given time?
That's a great question. So for the beta testing phase, the default size of each space is 5 people.
Okay.
But when it's generally public, it'll be a flexible range depending on like what kind of team or um, company the customers are from, how many seats they will need to be getting for the team to be collaborating. So it's like a pretty flexible thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So for our
So,
beta group invite, we open up to 5 seats for each space for free. So if interested, please share with us your admin email and up to 4 other member email. We'll be happy to invite your guys into this beta group and see how you will be enjoying it.
that's exciting and definitely a perk
Mhm.
of attending these webinars, because
Mhm.
we do want to offer value to anyone that's like taking time out of their busy day to show
Exactly.
up and listen to what we have to say. I have another question. So there is something else that's happening, and that is the brand kit. Um,
Exactly.
and that is going to be really important for teams and collaboration. And can you just elaborate a little bit more and tell us about why it's important and who it's going to be important for?
Great question. Great question. So I was showing the first and second part, which is like the video projects and avatar templates, and a third part of space is a thing called blankets. So we
Mhm,
for each account, going forward, when you sign up, they will all by default have like a example blanket of HeyGen. You'll see that in the first version of blanket, and the users will be able to set up their different variations of logos and colors and their branded elements like background images or opening animations.
mhm,
They will also be able to change anything. Say if this is not my main color, I can do that. They can
okay,
also upload their new logos. Uh, the anyone under the space, as long as it's like creator and up, will be able to create multiple different blankets, say, to share with their teammates. This is especially useful for not only like teams who's working on the same product, but also teams who are working for different clients, because different clients or different product on its own might have different kinds of blankets, right? Even for the same product, there may be like a light version and dark version. So
mhm,
with the concept of blanket, the team can be creating high quality video content with a consistent language more easily, like more smoothly. Let me quickly show you guys how Blanket can work in real video creation. So let's say we are like a medical, sorry, and we're gonna go make a video for maybe one of the project.
okay,
With Blanket, the certain video creator don't need to worry about like whether it's consistent or not, because that is all set up in a brand kit. I can easily go to my brand kit and drag out like our brand element onto my video using our branded elements and maybe the color. Say I need to use white here and maybe our main purple or main blue.
mhm.
Uh, So it'll be very easy for anyone on the same space to be creating consistent and branded video content going forward. And there's definitely more stuff coming to brand kits. This is again also in its beta with HeyGen as like a part of HeyGen feature. It'll be exciting, and we would love to see how people will be using this and what kind of feedback and suggestions they will be providing to us before we make it publicly available.
Cool. So let me just ask you, what made you notice that brand kit would be important for teams? Were there questions from certain people, or is it something that current users were requesting?
Yeah, great question. So, uh, as I mentioned, the reason for us to start building space earlier than we originally planned is that many of our existing individual customers have been telling us like repetitively, when can I start working with my teammates here in HeyGen without having two different accounts, like don't know each other, or like we have two totally separate account system. So during those conversations, one of the reason they mentioned a lot uh, in terms of why they want to be creating content together is not only to share the results, but also to make sure they are seeing each other's progress. They are using the same set of language, using the same set of elements, so that their outcome looks like this from like one person or one team. And brand kit is like the first step to directly offer help in that content video content consistency and like the team alignment. So that's also kind of from our customer feedback directly. It's definitely one of the stuff that makes sense for team collaboration.
Sounds good. Okay, so we are ready to open up some questions. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to type them in. In the meantime, it looks like we have people from Colombia, New York City, Haiti, Hungary. Wow. Okay. Thank you for attending. It's the middle of the night, I think. So that's like really, really exciting. Looks like we have a global audience, and that's exciting for us as a team to know that so many people are appreciating the product and we want to get started. So, how do they get started? Say someone right now, and actually people are asking, so it's a valid
Mhm.
question. Say they want to get started, they want their team to get started today. Where do they begin?
Yeah, so there should be a link in the chat where you guys can go to and submit your emails to join our beta group for free. You can please let us know like the main email of your admin account and up to four other member email. All the emails needs to be the email that you use to log on to HeyGen. Once we have collected those, we'll be able to push you guys under this beta group gate. And next time you log into HeyGen, you'll be able to see the interface and the features I just shared, and you'll be able to start inviting your teammates and collaborating all together. Right. So we're excited for that too. So I'm glad that people are asking because we do want to have it open for more people early on and see how people think of that and collect feedback and suggestions for the next steps. We do have lots of stuff planned, but we want to go with the most wanted direction for sure.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, definitely, there's a lot of possibilities here for teams. I mean, imagine if you can all collaborate and make a video in 5 or 10 minutes. And
Hmm.
what it'll save is time. It'll make you more productive. The value that it's
Hmm.
offering, the cost, definitely will be a factor. So it's an exciting feature, both, brand integration with it's really, really exciting. So let's see what kind of questions we have. Who has a question about any of these products, as well as anything else? Because this is an Ask Me Anything, and Wayne is available to answer any questions you might possibly have. We already answered the what should I do. It looks like Joni from Colombia wanted to know how to get started, and that
Hmm.
was immediately how to get started. You could send us your email, and we'll be happy to get you and your team started
Hmm.
on the beta test. And also, as a beta tester, this is not the only product release we're going to be having. So if you want to be a beta tester, please share your information. Your feedback's really important to the products we release and to the features, the upcoming features. We really, really appreciate all of the feedback, positive and negative. It helps us build better products. So if you're interested in doing that, please reach out to one of us. We're happy to help, and we're happy to have you on board.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah, so I
think,
can also, as we are waiting for more questions, I can also expand more on the context and the next steps of HeyGen Space. So when
great.
we start building that for real, like we were asking ourselves lots of questions, just make sure we get things right, right? So the
Mhm.
first important question is like, who are we building this for? Even though we hear it from certain of our customers, but we need to have a specific, target profile
Yep.
to learn from and to make sure to measure stuff. And
Mhm.
we think HN Space is for teams in companies who are creating video content for their company, for their product, to
Mhm.
most likely from their content marketing team, or even more specifically, video marketing team. We believe HN Space going forward will be a huge benefit and an essential tool for such team because all of your content creation process can be incorporated in here. It's going to be a one-stop workflow tool for those teams to be able to make their content smoothly and effortlessly. Right? They don't need to go anywhere else from the beginning to the end. So that's the goal for HeyGen Space to begin with. But of course, we'll be able to, and we wish to take more inputs and feedback from all of our customers to make sure that we are maximizing its potential for everyone in the best direction, right?
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
the first question we were kind of asking ourselves to get started with, and we hope we are going to the right direction. So please give us your feedback and collaborate with us on such questions going forward.
Yes, absolutely. So we do have a question from Alex. He wants to know, is it possible to undo what one user has done if there's a mistake? So I guess that's within the team collaboration.
Exactly. So there could be different kinds of, say, unintended actions, or as he put it, mistakes by in a space by members. For example, making the wrong edits or submitting the wrong videos or even deleting the wrong stuff. So as I shared, admin has the access control to different people's and different roles. There's certain stuff like not everyone can really access. For example, permanently deleting a piece of content is actually only limited to the admin. So any unintentional deleting will only will not really happen because the admin can always recover the action of the other members. Another thing would be submitting the wrong video, because submitting video will cost the space some credits and certain server time to render the video. If someone whose role is not really to be submitting videos but only making video drafts, the admin can kind of take away the creating access from the member. So he won't be able to really submit a video for real, but he can design a video, share the template, share the draft with the team to review. So we are we are thinking about and trying to help with the space altogether to prevent such possible uh, um, missed actions. And then we're going to be expanding the roles and permissions and all the feature access as we see how they can evolve for all kinds of admins under different spaces. Yeah, but the short answer is doable, and it'll be more useful.
Great. We have like a positive note from one of our power users, Dean. He says he likes what Space has to offer and he's looking forward to using it. So, Dean, make sure you register. We'd love to have you as a beta tester because you're someone who actually knows the product very well, and we're looking forward to your feedback. Here's another user question. What made HeyGen notice that the brand kit would be important for teams? And what are the current main use cases for team features?
Great question. So let me start like in the reverse order. So what would be useful for teams with HeyGen Space, right? Like was that the second question?
Oh, the second question was, do we have any current main use cases for team features?
Yes. So from data wise, we definitely don't have any because it's still in beta. It's not really accessible by like the majority of our users. But the use case we wish and have been planning for is video creation for teams for certain companies, like I mentioned. So say if any company or any team has some kind of regular, say, marketing video schedule to be delivered, say weekly social media videos or weekly, say, employee training content. What we learned is that, of course, we're still learning, is that it's like a whole workflow. It's not only video creation itself, because people, the teams needs to say plan ahead. They usually have a content calendar. Like, okay, we're gonna ship topic A first, week one, and we're gonna do topic B in the next week, and the people will be brainstorming about, let's say, the video scripts or the kind of different kind of elements for certain topics each week, and then they will be putting together maybe some drafts or proposals and turning them into like real serious contents like videos or articles or blogs, and distribute those into different platforms, either externally or internally, and potentially even repurpose them again after the first distribution. So uh, after we ship HeyGen Space with lots of follow-up updates we have already planned, the ideal use case we wish to be the most helpful in is such video creation workflow for any kind of teams in across all kinds of industries. We believe it will be very significantly important and helpful for such teams to be able to finish their weekly or monthly content creation within HeyGen one stop and smoothness collaboration between different roles. So that would be the use case we are aiming for. But say if there's like 2 or 3 person working on a small on the side YouTube channel sharing avatars or their blanket, that's totally supported as well, right? Or maybe someone's working for multiple clients. Each client has their own product to talk about, their own avatar with their own blanket. That's
Mhm.
also that user will also be benefited, right? A lot.
That's awesome. That was a great answer. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Okay, I think that for now, I think that's it for questions. But again, we really, really appreciate everyone showing up. We know that you're busy, and in that for the people in North America, it is like during the day and maybe your work day. So we appreciate your attendance. We hope that you sign up as beta testers because it's really important for us, again, for our product releases, for us to get that feedback from you, our customers, because there's no one that knows better what you need, what the use cases, everything, than the people that use it the most. So we appreciate any feedback that you give us. And we look forward to being here. We're here every week with different topics regarding HeyGen, video generation, the whole AI space and everything that we're coming out with, which is so exciting. So thank you so much. If you registered also, which I think we all have your emails, we are also going to be giving you, I think it's what, 5 minutes of credit?
Five
I think that's what,
seats. Sorry.
five.
If for HeyGen Space beta, it's up to 5 seats for free.
Yeah. So if you want to definitely try it out, make sure you sign up your team. Just need the emails and we will get you started immediately. So thanks again for attending. Bye, Wayne. I'll see you in a week or
Thank you,
two.
Kate. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. See you next week.
Bye.